Welcome back, everyone. This week we are talking about the new Jordan Peele movie, Nope. Pretty solid. I rewatched both of his other movies leading up to it. I kind of think this one, he's got a weird horror genre because does not fit well into the box of other horror genre movies. They kind of tip the line between like horror and thriller. This one was quite fun to sit through. I enjoyed it, even though it did get weird at times or just kind of like what the heck. But it was entertaining. It was fun. So I'd give it a good seven. I just enjoyed it. My only complaint is that I just did not like one of the characters.
Which one did you not like? Now I'm curious.
The woman, I just thought she was annoying. I didn't like any of her decisions.
Okay, that is something we will both agree on.
She was like, "This is the shot of a lifetime," and then as soon as it actually got serious, she was like, "Nope, I'm out." I'm like, "What?
Yeah,
Stick with your guns."
her character was all over the place, in my opinion.
I mean, it's good
They
to see
tried,
Keke Palmer on the screen again, but oh, her character was annoying.
yeah, I blame it more so on the writing. I don't know much about the actress or anything about that, so I'm gonna just say it was the writing, leave it at that. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hate this movie, but I also didn't like this movie. It was somewhere in the weird in between phase where it's like nothing really bad, like horribly bad about this movie, but
Mhm.
nothing really like jawed like that kind of like draws you in to see this movie. So it's very bland, kind of like what you said, more so thriller. Never really thought of it as a horror. A lot of things I didn't understand, like this is not a spoiler, but that thing with the monkey, didn't know why that was there. Like that was just there out of nowhere. Some of the characters didn't make sense with their decision making and how they were kind of portrayed at first and the way they went. Elle, I don't know what her full name is, but I think she's called Elle. I liked OJ, I think was the guy's name, but
Mhm.
didn't like his sister. Angel was just there. The
M.
old guy,
M is what it is.
M. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew it was a letter. Didn't understand the old guy towards the end. Thought that was really whack. The alien thingy, thought of it as interesting, but then it got weirder as it went on. And I was like, that seems out of the norm for it as what they had portrayed. It's just nothing out of the blue is great about this film, but
Hmm.
nothing's horribly bad. So it's just bland. Really just didn't find anything great about this film. And I found more weird things in there that I was like, how does this go into the plot? Like that verse of Nahum at the beginning.
Hmm.
I didn't understand why that was there. Maybe you could elaborate on that a little bit later, or if you even know, but I have no idea. So
I
I'm
got
gonna give
what
this.
it
I'm gonna
is.
give this. I'm gonna give this movie a 4.5 out of 10. It's not horrible to the point where I will dredge watching this again, but it's not
Hmm.
something I'm gonna go out of my way to go see, or I'm just even gonna want to see again.
Gotcha. Have you seen any of his other movies?
I don't know. I don't believe I have.
He has two other movies, Get Out and Us. They're both horror thriller.
I've heard of Us. Is that the one with like the duality or like the
Yes.
twin or whatever? Yeah, I've seen the trailer for it. I didn't understand the plot, so I was just like, I didn't understand the plot in the trailer, and I was just like, that just seems weird, so I'm just gonna leave it.
So far,
But
he's been a very creative director, and has puts a lot of symbolism and like parallelism. The monkey was to like clue into the went along with like the you can't tame a predator. So it's showing how like even a monkey that was tamed would let loose. Spoiler: the monkey didn't massacre everyone, because due to the didn't make eye contact, and that was the significance of the standing up shoe. Because that's what he was looking at the whole time, focusing on. So that's why the parallel of the no eye contact sort of thing. A lot of parallels and symbolism in his other movies. I gotta look at the Bible verse again.
didn't understand why it was there. Just thought like,
Yeah,
okay, what's that got to do with the film?
people are really diving into the meaning of this movie. People, how like people love spectacles and like love chasing the big thing, but can be driven, but can be like destroyed by them. That was showed a little bit with the monkey because it was an entertaining thing, but it ended up being your downfall. The guys show the rodeo super entertaining and being his downfall, and then the main character is trying to get the Oprah shot and being there, or the guy trying to get the impossible shot ended up being his downfall because he was constantly chasing that dream that was unattainable. And the Bible verse is, I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and will set thee as a spectacle. So he was just kind of setting that up, I guess. Very, very good symbolism, very well woven and put together. And like if you put it all out on a board and look at it, they all fit together, but they're not apparent as you're watching through it.
Yeah, it's only if you obsess about the movie that you're gonna
I feel
actually
like it'd be
put it all
more
together.
apparent as a second watch through. I realized that a lot during both of the first, especially in Get Out.
I'm just gonna take your word for it. So
He really blew up, especially because he was a comedian guy. And so I think that was one of the main driving factors for this movie was that it was the new Jordan Peele movie. At least that's what it was for me. I know a lot of going into it, people were like, it's gotta be aliens. It's gotta be aliens. And then it wasn't. Like, at least in the way we thought it was going to be. Like everything based on the trailers made it look like a UFO and that
mhm.
aliens were going to be there. Especially with the girl and her like mask in the beginning and the her cover in the trailer, and it just wasn't anything close to that. So I think it was good marketing and for what he wanted to do.
I will say though, one of the problems with this film is that it doesn't explain a lot of the stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like how things got to where they are. Especially the biggest one being the alien. Never tries to actually like have the characters think it through as to how it got there. I mean, granted, it's already there. They kind of have other things on their mind,
I
but
don't
you
think
never
this
get to
one
see any of that
was.
speculation.
I definitely didn't expect an answer.
Well,
Um,
yeah, but I also didn't
just
expect to get.
just
I
how
also
it
didn't
was going.
true, but I also didn't expect like a story of a chipmunk that had nothing to do with the thing other than just symbolism. So I mean, it.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's set as a marketing device. It allowed for the creation of the really messed up chick, which was, I guess, which was very helpful for their marketing.
I guess yeah, it was like a good CGI shot or whatever. Like
Yeah.
this is the good horror shot or whatever. Kind of
Yeah, really,
gets
really
people in the
helpful
seats.
for them trying to make it a this is an aliens movie. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I like horror. I really liked Jordan Peele's movies. So I definitely was looking forward to this. However, it could definitely be confusing, especially if it's your first Jordan Peele movie. I didn't have many complaints other than just finding the main character annoying.
I also didn't quite
Just
understand that ending thing. Like OJ sacrifices himself so that way his sister can leave. And when he shows back up in the end, I didn't quite get that at all.
I thought it was like a I'm gonna draw the thing away long enough for you to get electricity back.
Okay, but they made it look like he was eaten. So I mean,
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I didn't see it like that.
because like it went the mouth thing opened up or whatever.
I mean, the design of it at least, that was cool. Like that was some cool good CGI. That was refreshing to see in that
Yeah.
aspect.
Also, when M killed the alien, I think I don't know. It doesn't really say, but we just assume it's dead because it blew up.
Mhm.
It didn't feel earned. I don't know. Like it didn't feel like you didn't feel satisfied with that at
I would
all.
have liked to see it a little bit further, like a news report of them finding like the carcass
Yeah,
snagged on a mountain, or them kind of like settling in and having like a bigger ranch or something, like a more of like a finality.
yeah.
But
But it also just felt like it didn't feel like her character earned that kind of spotlight, if that makes sense.
I
Like
understand
I
that,
was
yeah.
expecting that with more so OJ and even Angel to some extent kind of
Oh,
doing
if
that.
yeah, if
Then
another character got it.
If Angel and M were both doing that, then I could have seen that one. But if since it was just her, it didn't feel earned, considering that her character had been through all kinds of weird stuff with her being like this very unlike her brother, she was very much the vocal one, was very good with people, but she was very self-centered in how she was, and that never changed until like about the end. Like her character is constant, and then all of a sudden you get this quick change, and that kind of just doesn't help the character's cause at all.
For
So
how so you're saying for how little she pulled her weight throughout like the events, she didn't earn the kill.
I don't think she did. Yeah. Like
I
I
I
would have.
could I could I could agree with that.
It didn't feel satisfying, is what I'm saying. And usually, when
If
you do have a big kill like that, it should feel somewhat satisfying. This one didn't feel that at all.
I think
So, I
yeah,
mean,
it would have felt a little more satisfying if OJ did it.
or if her and Angel did it, that one would feel way more satisfying, especially after that
Yeah.
scene with the house and them going through that.
Yeah.
That would
Mhm.
have felt more satisfying than just
Yeah.
Angel caught in barbed wire and tarp.
It would
And
have it would have been interesting because OJ wasn't emotive. He was a very stoic character, so he would have just
yeah,
kind of like been like, okay, what next? And that would have not been as emotionally high of a scene, but it didn't
Yeah,
have like the satisfaction. I understand.
yeah. So it kind of ruined whatever emotion was there, was kind of what I was saying, just because it wasn't satisfying enough
I see what you
to
mean.
the point where the
Or
only
how she
problems I
was
really have.
constantly taking blank photos. Just use one, save the energy, and time it.
Yeah, like the monster already got mad at you for doing it once with a camera that was rolling. I mean, if the monster's not going to see the flash,
I mean, the biggest thing, I think the thing I liked most about it was the final design of whatever it was.
I
That
just don't know why it took that long for it to get to that final design, if that makes sense.
I see it kind of like it's chase mode. Like before, it didn't have to. It wasn't chasing anything. It would just come in, swoop, and come out. And I
Okay.
think it was finally struggling, so it had to pull out its full form or something. I don't know.
It was kind of like I forget what kind of creatures do that, but it's like but it like expands its wings, like get a bigger form or whatever. Okay, I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see that. Didn't really think about it, but
Before it didn't have to like try for its meals, and now
yeah,
meals are fighting back.
it would just go in and grab them and then take them back up. Another thing that I'm just surprised, like nobody when they were in the stomach wasn't like grabbing a knife or something and stabbing it, because that would have been like, okay, it's your life at this point. You're not gonna make it, so why
I
not do as
think
much damage to? Like I was expecting at least something of that vicinity to happen,
I think
but if we got to
overall,
see, but I mean, that was still a cool shot to see the
yeah.
inside.
Yeah. I think overall it was a cool new take on the alien genre, something that I don't think most people saw coming throughout the movie. Yeah, just a cool new take on that kind of idea. It reminded me a lot of how, what was it, like the 30s, the 40s, there was a radio show that was just a show, and they made it sound like this news announcement where there was like an alien invasion and everyone believed it. And there hasn't been anything quite like that since, to make people like seriously afraid of aliens. And I think this is the closest thing we have modern day to what that could be, because now I've seen videos of people like jokingly like being afraid of the clouds in the sky.
That can be seen as cloud phobic. So thank you for watching this episode of Galactic Reviews. Join us next week when we'll be going over the movie of Zach's choice, Bullet Train, and we'll see you next time on Galactic Reviews.